Alright, what's up guys, I'm back at it again, reviewing another Lilo and Stitch relative, and it's on Leroy and Stitch. Came out 2006. Stitch 6? Oh wait, no, I don't think that rhymes. Anyway, if it does, comment down below, let me know. Anyway, so, what the plot is, it takes place after the last episode of Lilo and Stitch series takes off. They've all finally caught all the experiments, and Commander, what's her name again? Trying to think. How do I forgot? The Grand Cancer Woman, yeah, she offers Stitch, Jumper, and Pleakley their old jobs, but Lilo doesn't want them to go. But then they all decide to go, and then Lilo tries to start a new life without Stitch, but couldn't. So, but one day the Captain Gantu breaks Dr. Hamsterville out of prison and tries to get Jumper and gets Jumper to create a Stitch clone called Leroy, and he creates him. He actually makes Leroy evil, and then it's up to like everyone to like try and stop the Dr. Hamsterfield, Gantu, and Leroy. And that's basically what the plot is. Now, guys, I actually wasn't too keen on this movie back then. Now, I don't hate the movie. I just thought it was no like back then. I saw like a movie of this. I was like, Leroy and Stitch. Why is it not called like Lilo and Stitch movie 4 or something? Yeah, this I was skeptical to watch. I didn't think it was gonna suck. I just thought it was skeptical to watch. I gave it a watch, and I gotta say, I actually loved this movie. Now, I didn't think it was gonna suck. I just thought I was just too skeptical about it. But this movie was surprisingly good in my opinion. Now, I heard a lot of people were really loving this movie. They said this is probably their best Lilo and Stitch movie in the franchise. I could probably get why, but yeah, I rewatched this movie a couple of weeks ago actually, and it was a blast. Literally, yeah. Sorry about that, back to saying. So yeah, now the animation in this movie is great. The storyline's awesome. The characters are great. We have the previous characters: Lilo, Stitch, Nani, Jumbo, Pleakley. Even though Nani wasn't really in this movie that much, but Jumbo, Pleakley, Gantu, Cobra Bubbles, Doctor Hamsterfield, Reuben, Grant Cancer Woman. Yeah, those characters. But then we had a new. Yeah, they're still great characters, except Murdo, because I hate Murdo with a passion. Now, there is this new villain called Leroy. Honestly, Leroy, what can I say? He's an awesome villain. Leroy was such an awesome villain. He's basically the Metal Sonic of the Lilo and Stitch franchise. The reason I'm saying that because he's a clone of Sonic, but he's a robot version of Sonic the Hedgehog. If you know what I mean. But yeah, now I gotta be honest. In the climax, they had every single experiment in that climax. This is basically the Avengers Endgame of the Lilo and Stitch franchise. This movie predicted Avengers Endgame, where all the superheroes and the villains appeared in the climax. This movie predicted Avengers Endgame, which is really cool. So yeah, but I love the scene where like so the scene where like Lilo and Ruben were like start to work together and try and get Stitch back. Yeah, honestly, that was a great scene. I love that scene. But then they got captured, they got imprisoned. Then Cantu put them in prison. But then Ruben was thinking that he could like open the cell, but he didn't. But Gantu opened it for him, and Gantu decides to break Lilo and Ruben out of prison. So then he decided to join Stitch and go against Dr. Hamsterville. So Captain Gantu had a redemption arc, which honestly that was one of the best redemption arcs I've ever seen in movies history. Which he was he was the franchise's main villain next to Dr. Hamsterville. But it was nice that Gantu had a redemption arc in this. Which yeah. And he had a heart for Ruben as well, which was nice. Like he didn't really care about Ruben in like the franchise, but in this movie he actually had a heart for him, which was really sweet. Which yeah, but then the climax is great. But then they all defeated Dr. Hamsterfield, and they defeated the main Leroy. Then the main Leroy basically died, but the other Leroys were arrested. Then Stitch wanted to go back to wanted to live with Lilo again, and Jumper and Pleakley wanted to as well. And the Grand Countrywoman was okay with it, and she gave Gantu his job back, but he wanted Reuben to be his commander officer, and things were great. Then Lilo took a picture of all the experiments, and it ended there. But then a funny bit where like Dr. Hamsterfield was in prison, and then all the Leroy started dancing, and they played that song by Elvis Presley. Sorry about that, guys. That's the same. But then they played the song by Elvis Presley, Joe Rock, House Rock. The warden threw a party in the county tail. The prison band was in the band of wail. The band was jumping and the joint began swaying. You should have heard those old knock the children and saying, "Let's rock, everybody, let's rock." Everybody in the whole cell block was dancing to the jailhouse rock. Spider Murphy played tenor saxophone. Little Joe was blowing on the slide trombone. The drummer boy from my illness went to crash. Boom, bang. The whole rhythm section with the pop again. Let's rock, no. Everybody, let's rock, no. Everybody in the wholesale block was dancing to the jailhouse rock. Yeah, that song's a classic. I really love that song. But yeah, this Lilo and Stitch was a perfect end to the Lilo and Stitch franchise, in my opinion. This ended perfectly. Like Captain Gantu having a redemption arc. They all started going home and then started living their own lives again. All the experiments were catched. Dr. Hamsterfield was actually imprisoned and then was never going to get helped again because Gantu was never helping him again. So yeah, things went completely back to normal. So yeah. So overall, guys, I give this movie a 10 out of 10. It was a brilliant end to the Lilo and Stitch franchise. I loved it very much. So yeah, thank you all for watching this review and goodbye.